Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings. Try again. Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings with me, Michael Jex, the tea drinking author, who's got a fairly chilly cup of tea, but never mind. Cheers. Right. Today is going to be a very quick one because this is Thursday morning on the day that the video is going out. And just now, I am suffering somewhat, having had an operation on cubital tunnel release on my left elbow on Tuesday. Tuesday night I did not sleep very well. It was distinctly uncomfortable. Yesterday was, well, it was a day when I made up for the lack of sleep. I had expected to do a quick video, but I was asleep all day, so I didn't. So today, it is now nearly 10 o'clock, and I'm going to do a very quick video. First, to let you know this, and second, to talk just briefly about this. Doing everything one-handed is going to be fun, I can tell. William Hanna. As you know, I have a number of William Hanna notebooks, and I adore them. I love the leatherwork. Really nice. I love the fact that when you open it, it can also be used as a wallet for cards, and even I've got space for money in there as well, so you can't see that necessarily. To be honest, it'll be too difficult to try to pull it out, but there is a £10 note in there. So it's useful. It's actually a convenient thing to carry. I had to go out to a meeting in London this week on Monday, and while I was there, I met with a delightful lady and had some significant discussions about collaborating on a book with her. This was one of the notebooks I took up because these little notebooks, he says, try to get to it, are really effective. It's the same size as a field notes, but it's the William Hanna type. Why is that good? Well, the main thing is because with a field notebooks, I find I get all sorts of feathering and bleed through and ghosting and God knows what. Whereas with a William Hanna, you get nothing at all. It's the same superb paper that you get in their ordinary notebooks. Now this is Baltic Memories, I think it is, from KWZ, and it's a very good deep dark blue with quite a lot of sheen to it, red sheen. It works out beautifully, and it doesn't bleed through. Even this ink won't go through it and create a mess. Now, I love this. One thing I was intending to do when I went up to my meeting on Monday was to take my frankly fabulous and possibly my greatest pen of all time, which is the Pineda Avatar Traveller, because it holds a vast quantity of ink. It writes flawlessly. It's got a beautiful flexible nib, so it gives my writing just that look of it just looks better having the line variation on each character. I adore this pen. But if there was one thing I would say that makes me a little bit nervous, it is that it really deserves not to be held in my shirt pocket. I'm going to try to demonstrate this now. If you can see there, it fits in this shirt pocket really well, but it also does come out just that little bit too easily. So it's not the sort of pen I like taking when I'm sitting on trains and planes necessarily. If I'm going on with a decent sized case where I can have a pen wallet inside, then I'll take it with me. When I went to New Zealand back in 20, I carried this because it was a pen I knew I could fill it once and it would last for a week. Fantastic, fantastic filling system and massive reservoir. So it is a superb pen. But with things like this week, for example, on Tuesday, I had to go up and had this operation on my arm. And I thought, I've got to take something to write on, but what the hell do I take? And I looked at my A4 notebooks and I thought, oh, God no, they're far too big and heavy. Then I looked at some smaller notebooks and no, they're still A5, they're still too big. And I hit upon, well, this is actually the perfect size again. So yes, I took this with me. I thought it's unlikely to get stolen in a hospital. I thought it's a convenient size. It'll fit in my trouser pockets until I'm told to take off my trousers and get into a gown. It was just the right sort of size. And while I was there, I started making notes in it. But, and this is the point, you see, of this video, I wasn't going to take that to a hotel. I certainly wasn't going to take my Conway Stewart solid silver Drake, which is just wonderful. It's such a lovely pen to write with. And so I started thinking, what should I take? I thought I could take a TWSBI Go. But then I started thinking, you see, because I'm not stupid. And I thought, trouble is, this has got a little pen loop. But that is going to be really difficult and fiddly to get something like a big fat TWSBI Go in. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll take a pencil. This one. This is currently, this week, because it changes, my favourite pencil. What is it? Well, it's a Zero Shin, it says on that side, and on this side it says it's a platinum. So I assume it's a platinum Zero Shin. It is quite light. I'm not going to weigh it. It's far too difficult to try to get my arm to function right now, and it just hurt too. So I'm going to stay quite cool and calm here at my desk. It has a delightful shiny black lacquer. It has very bright chrome or nickel clip, top to the cap, spacer there, and also at the front end as well. It doesn't have a thin sleeve. It's 0.5 mil leads this one takes, but as you press it will project a little bit of lead each time. Let's see if that works. That's better. So you can see the lead coming out. Very nice and simple. It has a soft rubber grip which makes it really quite delightful to hold. Makes it a little bit fatter than I would have liked, but as you hold it further down towards the front, it is slightly concave there at the grip point, so it's not so bad. I love it because it is very light. It's very reliable with its whole push thing. One thing I didn't like was the other day, I had a delivery and I went out to help the man with the delivery, and while I was out in my yard, which has this delightful sort of rubble driveway, we haven't been able to afford to get it concreted or anything, when I came back in I realised that the cap had gone because the rubber was all protruding. I thought, oh hell, and I went outside and spent several fruitless minutes looking at this patch of rubble and gravel before feeling a complete twit and coming back inside. And then while I was sitting at my desk just twiddling with things, I suddenly realised that if you turn this cap, the rubber goes back in again, which I think is a delightful feature. You can just see it inside there. But it did confuse me for about half an hour, 45 minutes, while I spent bemoaning the fact that my latest favourite pencil, I'd lost the cap because I'm gormless and a bit of a twit. This pencil then is absolutely perfect, and I took it with me on Tuesday to the hospital and I made lots of notes about what was happening because, to be honest, making lots of little pencil notes and so on is one way of distracting yourself from the fact that someone's about to stab your arm multiple times to block all pain before cutting you open and cutting off chunks of bone while you're awake and listening to it, which doesn't appeal. So what is not good about this combination? Just this. The William Hanna pen loop is very delightful and it's a perfect size. It will take anything. But if you've got a soft rubber grip, it doesn't work so well. So this perfect combination for me was really useful on Monday and Tuesday, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use it too often. So I started thinking last night, and as a result I've spent £10 to get myself a uni toga. It's not a uni toga, it's a uni pencil Cara or Cora toga, and I'm going to have to check because I've got it here. Where is it? I got it from obviously Cult Pens, because where else would a chap go? Talk amongst yourselves, it might take me a while doing this one-handed because I am still rather gormless. Here we go. Order placed with Cult Pens for a uni Kuru toga slide pipe mechanical pencil. Now, some years ago I did get one of the original Kuru toga pens, which was absolutely delightful. My only complaint about it was a bit too fat. It felt rather like trying to write with a TWSBI Go, writing from the opposite end, if you can imagine. That's about 1.2 mil, I think, centimeters rather, and it's just too fat for me to sketch or write with comfort. So the new one looks quite a lot slimmer, and I'm looking forward to testing that, and not only testing it to write with, but also to see if it'll fit in the pen loop for this, which would be rather nice if it does. And apart from that, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and have some paracetamol, because this is still rather painful. And I will hope to speak to you in a week's time or so, when hopefully I'll be slightly more flexible with the left arm as well as the right. And I would normally put up a video of the dogs playing, but I haven't got one this week, so I'm afraid you'll just have to make do with me smiling and looking horrible. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did enjoy it, don't forget, hit the like and the subscribe and hit the bell and all those good things, because it really does help YouTube creatives to get a little bit of money in. And we like that. So thanks very much for watching. Take care and speak to you soon.